city lights, where everybody feels it when things get tight. We've been here before and we'll be here again. Tighten up our belts and weather this wind. It's just another little piece of the American show.
Yeah, we'll take your calls. 888-673-1450, of course. And Uncle Milty's with me, Chris Ann Hall in the next hour. And we're really talking about the presidency, about what it does and doesn't do. And there was a new Trump ad. I actually liked the ad. Who wouldn't? It was a great buildup. There were a lot of things mentioned, though, where I kind of went, ooh, ouch. There's some accomplishments that probably are not constitutional. When I say probably, I'm being facetious. Okay. So let's get into this. 888-673-1450 if you're listening to us in the afternoon live. You can chime in on this. I want you to chime in on this. Now, I am not tearing him apart and letting Hormala off. You guys realize that she's just grotesque all the way around. I can't. Ew. So communist. She's gross. So I'm not even going to talk about her. She's irrelevant. I can't. Ugh. Anyway, but I do want to talk about all of this. And I think this is very interesting, some of these things, because I think there's a bigger picture idea here. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead.
Hi, you've pressed my buttons. All this talk about Donald Trump going to save the republic is a bunch of baloney. And let me illustrate the point. I've been researching all of his solutions. And I notice a pattern, Kate and Uncle Milty. The pattern is that Donald Trump, all of his solutions involve not only the size, but the expense and the scope of government.
Yes, I'm with you.
I mean,
yes.
I thought small government was supposed to be a conservative virtue.
It is.
But all of his solutions.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I never said he was going to save us. I've been saying just the exact opposite. Yeah, like
I
daily,
know that.
But. Okay. Well, let us talk about this more. Oh, sure. Do you have another point?
Okay, so I'm going to just leave you with one prediction. I've compiled a list of 25 predictions that I've made for the Trump presidency. I believe that we will go to war in the Middle East because if the American people, anything like members of my family, we would rather see America go down and Israel be saved than the alternative. Anyway, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate the point. And I don't agree. Appreciate the point, though. But I'm not trying to say he's saving us. I'm trying to dissect.
What are you saying?
What we view as the presidency, too. That's a big deal. So one of the things was community development. Now, community development should be done by the communities and should not be for Agenda 30 and should not have federal money attached. So it's not a federal thing. It should not be a federal thing. But you'll notice again and again, we're going to be told that. We're going to be told that one of his points coming out was, we're going to transform Washington, D.C. We're going to build it back up again. Okay, I want it to be run into the ground. I don't want it to exist, Washington, D.C. So I could care less about Washington, D.C. But the point was that he was touting community, the rebuilding of America that is not supposed to be done that way and not be done for Agenda 30.
Well, what that is just plainly, it's pandering to Democratic cities.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Right. It is. It very much is, because it said low income and urban. And they have been transforming that to push it into middle America. People like to live by who they want to live by. And we have been, especially with Obama, in this cycle of implanting people, transporting people into different communities, and then building up all this low-income housing. So it's kind of, it's bringing prices down and everything else. And I think people live by who they want to live, and the government has no role in that.
And people will create the community they want.
Right.
Regardless of how much you build it around them, they will bring it down to where they want it to be.
Right. Also, terminally ill patients' access to drugs. They should always have access to drugs. Why are we even saying that the feds need to come in to give access to drugs? It's not. We have an out of control FDA, a lying scumbaggery FDA and CDC. those entities need to end. I mean, my gosh, I'd rather have third parties doing it than the government doing it. But that's not attacking the problem. That's saying, well, I'm going to give terminal patients this. No, you should be able to try any drug you want. You really should. I don't think that there should be anybody telling you that. But remember, during Obama's presidency, the reason they wanted Obama in was to sell us on socialized medicine.
Yep.
It's true. Be right back on the Kate Daly Show. We're going to go through more, and I'm going to take your calls. Be right back. KateDalyRadio.com.
Thanks for listening to The Kate Daly Show. All opinions expressed by the program participants on The Kate Daly Show are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Patriot Radio, KSGO, Canyon Media, or their respective parent companies or advertisers. If you'd like to comment directly, talk lines are open at 888-673-1450. That's 888-673-1450.
Take me where I can find me inside of me.
Summit Athletic Club